That's me, knowing I'm gonna plant in the most OP position and play the most OP post plant ever created. My teammate Cypher has market, so I can play in this position very safely. I have a flash if I need to, so we're just chilling for now. Can I jiggle this? I wanted to flash off of the jiggle, but there was no jiggle, so then I start telling my teammates how to win the game.
What?
You can push CT. I tell Cypher to push CT because both of them are in Boba. Planted for CT. Then I tell him it's planted for CT, so he can push. Go push. So because he's not pushing, I decide to push myself. Silently jumping up the stairs. There are my 3 kills. Take your 3 kills, man. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Happy and I'm an immortal high-level coach. In these series, I help you improve your game sense and talk about how to get an advantage on every single fight that you take. If you're tired of being stuck in the same rank, I strongly suggest joining the premium tier of my group, which will be linked down in the description. Inside, I talk about the purpose of every single role, how to learn a new skill, and most importantly, how to play your character. So if you're someone who's serious about improving in Valorant, I suggest you join. Let's get to the video. 5v5 on attackers, you want to be looking for those 1v1s, but when somebody calls out that Clove is 1v HP and I saw her mid, we immediately switch our crosshair to the body shot and we hold a pixel angle. As you can see, I wasn't baiting my team, we're trying to execute and then I'm literally 1 HP. When I'm 1 HP, I want to make myself useful. I don't want to die to a spam, I don't want to die to a wallbang, I don't want to die to a random raise nade or a solo shock dart, so I go for a flank. This way, I can actually be a valuable member of community and get some unexpected kills like this, which actually equal out the numbers quite a bit. This way I can either come from behind of them or even take dangerous fights like this where I don't have a risk of being spammed. You know, it's a nice, clean, sharp, nice little one tap. Yeah. When you're holding a sniper, you always must be unpredictable. The more unpredictable, the better sniper player you are. After we take a shot, we immediately reposition, trying to catch some guys off guard. We find nothing, however, so what do? We reposition again. Now there's a threat of enemies coming in middle. As the smoke goes down, we move on towards middle because this is actually a favorable fight. Because both of them are one-tappable. Because they did not buy any armor, big armor. They didn't have enough money. They had less than $3,900. At this point we know that one guy is in A-Link, one guy could be CTs. That's why we're playing extremely cautious in these weird tight angles. Now that we know that Neon is in top mid, we have to once again play extremely unpredictable, and because they know that I was last time seen in middle, this Neon is going to be playing cautiously. But I'm also playing cautiously because, you know, you could peek me in a weird way or you could come from the flank and stuff. But now that we know that he is in middle, all I have to do is trade my Omen or make my Omen trade me. As soon as I take contact, he should be peeking me. I'm also not holding because, once again, I have a little bit more ping than usual. That's why peeking with an operator is great for me. Who is this Phoenix? Who is this? Holding one of these 3 angles, CT, elbow, or side, is very good because you can take 1 bullet, go back, and you just have a statistically higher chance of killing the enemy than him killing you. Also, walking through the smoke as soon as somebody takes contact ramp is definitely underrated, and we need to start doing this more. Any Molly character, you need to start doing this more. Mollying perfectly in the middle of a smoke gives you so much control and leaves you with a kill, if not a shit ton of damage. I want to show you that whenever you have time and enemy knows exactly where you are, in this case, after all of this fight goes down, we know that the last guy is in heaven. I go for an immediate 1v1 because he has the advantage of knowing exactly where I am, so taking a fair 1v1 is fine. But now that some time has passed, now he's under pressure because he doesn't know where I am anymore, because I've made some space. I know roughly where he could be, and because there's still a minute on the clock, there's no need to panic. Just trust me, they're getting more scared than you. I spend all of my sweet time checking every single possible angle, trying to come from behind them, and then once I know that I need to plant, I check a couple of more blast corners, and then we go for the plant. As soon as we plant, once again, we want to get out of our current situation because he heard the plant, he knows where we could be staying. And once we move away from sight, now he's under pressure because he doesn't know where I'm going to fight him from. After making some press in CT, he probably heard a flash, that's why I'm immediately repositioning. There's only one position I need to be looking at, and that is Heaven, because from CT he has no timing, the same thing ramp. And because he didn't peek from Heaven, it's likely that he heard a flash and he's traveling from CT to take the 1v1 because a 1v1 would be nice for him. But none of that matters, we confused him so much, he doesn't even have time to win anyways. It's starting to seem like every time I'm making these videos, there's at least one clip of me spamming and getting a free 2k. No panicking, very calm, 2k. Here's a compilation of me getting railed. My butt cheeks are getting clapped. Oh my gosh, he's just running. Anyways, the next round we readjust and we flash him and then reposition to another side, catching him off guard, but unfortunately he's still better. Anyways, the next round I isolate him from this team with the molly and it doesn't matter. Here's what you should get from this clip. The best way to fight Neon, who is a psychopath, is to shoot 2 bullets at a time. Never stop and spray because you're gonna miss all of your bullets and then he's just going to spray you down while you are a sitting duck. I swear to God. He's unkillable! He's unkillable! He's unfair! Hello guys! Did you know that you can spam from under if you're not really doing much and you can farm up some free kills? Yep. That's really nice. Now that it's a 2v1 and we know the last guy is Heaven, we try to set up a 2v1. If the enemy peeks me, my clove can very easily peek out and trade me, however she dies first, but it doesn't matter, luckily I get the kill. So the score is 0-4, I have 1 kill, and I'm dying in weird ways, right? It feels like my teammates are not trading me, and I'm getting cooked, and it seems super weird. But the beautiful thing about your teammates being weird is that your enemies are bad too. What is that big? Yo, everyone's so fucking bad. So most people in my situation would feel bad, some of them would forfeit, say go next, but not me. More and more I'm starting to realize that whenever your teammates are allegedly bad, you just have to relax and simplify your gameplay much more. You don't need tricks, you don't need anything fancy. It's a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword, you gotta be careful with these. And when I mean simplify, I mean don't over-peak. Don't go in first hoping that your teammates are going to trade you. Instead, play nice, strong post plans, wait for your teammates to peak first and then guarantee the trade instead of hoping that they trade you. Relax your aim because the enemies are definitely not going to one-tap you randomly. And really just playing more passively helps a lot. The post plans and defense is where we can really punish them. I'm popping my last flash to take control of backside, and now that I'm in a pretty shitty situation, very out of position, no utility, I decide to test my luck and push in. Minimum, I get a 1v1. Maximum, I get the gold. And this is the problem whenever you don't clear out the other lane when retaking, because a dude is just gonna flank you from another side. If you're not retaking from both lanes, then you really have to speed up your retake. And of course pistol rounds are unpredictable, that's why we lost it, but whenever you know that you're fighting against kinda worse players, you can do weird stuff, and that weird stuff is going to lead to chaos. And chaos is perfect on your own eco rounds.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
And so round after round we find enemies and we exploit their weaknesses. We fight on angles that we know are good, even punishing Chamber's ultimate. With a crouch, by the way. We pull out every single trick out of our ass, like this disgusting flash. And we also try something new. And what do you not do against bad players? You don't try something new. Anyways, we lost the match, but we came from 1 4 all the way to 2218 just by simplifying and being diligent. Also, check out this nasty clip I hit on Lotus. Flashing.
She TP'd what?
Chamber left side.
Oh!
Corner.
Oh, both of those flicks were like insta. They weren't like big flick and then small flick. Both of those flicks were like one big. Damn. Thank you everyone for watching. Comment down your favorite clip and I'm gonna respond to every single comment. Also, if you're serious about improving in Valorant, you wanna get even better game sense, join the premium tier of my group, link in the description. See you guys tomorrow.